On the injury front, two guys of note. Quincy had a shoulder. I see exactly how he's going to be when we get back. And Marcelino, hamstring. I think he'll be just fine. When it comes to the game, man, these guys, they fought their ass off. Love every one of those guys for how they came out in the second half. The thing is, we didn't do anything different when it comes to mentality and what we were trying to do. Obviously, the pace had to pick up a little bit when it comes to our offense. There are just small, critical things that we got to get better, and we will do that. We do. But today showed me a lot about who we were as a team and who we're going to be also. So a number of things that we got to correct. And I'm going to say this again, there's no such thing as moral victories when it comes to us. And we're not the same team. We're not the same team at all. And I'm looking forward, to our next challenge, which would be against Miami. So we're going to go to work next week, continue to look at those things that we need to fix, and we're going to hone in on that. But I give a lot of credit to the way these guys came out and fought. No quitting any of these guys. But we just have to correct those real small things when it comes to the turnovers, when it comes to listen, this game wasn't won and lost on penalties at all. So I know that's going to be a huge thing. But when you look at the facts, you let me know where we were in penalties before this game. So I'm not even going to use that as an excuse. So we got to get better. I know that. We will get better. But I like exactly the way our guys fought.
It seemed like Tyrod was, getting a little bit more rhythm in the second half. Just kind of what did you see from him in that second half?
That's exactly what he did. I think Tanner did a really good job. We talked at halftime as far as some of the calls that we knew that he liked. We want to make sure we get those in, and we got him in at a more rapid pace. And just like any quarterback, man, once those guys get into a rhythm, man, they start to see the game a lot quicker, and things really slow down for him. And I thought that's what happened to him going the second half. The thing that we have to do is, man, how quickly can we start that process of us being able to move the ball and make those plays? And we have to do a better job of that. That's one of the things that I was talking about how we got to go to work next week and make sure that we correct those things and making sure we start a little bit faster.
We're kind of the emotions like at the end there? You go from that high of that punt return touchdown and then come right back and score, obviously. But
man, it's always tough. But here's the thing that we also talked about is confidence and belief. And that's why I say these guys are not the same. These guys believe. And we're going to continue to believe. And no matter what the situation is, this is something we talked about going back to training camp. No matter what the situation is, we can always win the game. And those guys showed that. So I was proud of that all the things that we talked about in the offseason when it comes to that, these guys believed in that, and they showed it.
There was a lot of pressure. You knew they were going to blitz a lot, and there was a lot of pressure. Can you just talk about that and some of the issues that blitz was causing?
That's nothing new from a Todd Bowles defense. That's what they always do. And there's really nothing to really elaborate on. That's who he is as a defensive coach. He likes the pressure. And when you do that, man, we got to be spot on with how we protect. We also got to be spot on by getting the ball out, too. And I thought we did a better job of that in the second half of being able to do that. So I thought across the board, our players understood exactly what we had to do, and they did a better job of that in the second half. We just got to, again, make sure we do that better in the first half.
When you say we're not the same team, you said in your opening statement, what do you mean? You're not the same team as what?
Well, we're not the same team as what everyone says, same old Jets. These guys are going to fight no matter what the situation is. There's no give up in them. I hate that term, and I really don't know what that term means, but I know this. They're not the same old Jets. All right, so these guys are fighters. I love these guys. And listen, we know we have work to do. And I said this before. This is not an instant coffee team. Right? This is a team that's going to continue to keep stacking until we get to where we need to get to where we can consistently win these games. And again, I like where we're at, but I know we have a lot of work to do.
When Lazard scored, could you just go through the thought process? You kicked the extra point, whereas a two-pointer there would have protected you from them making a field goal.
Hindsight is always something that you guys always talk about, so I wish I would have known that was going to happen. But the thing is, it gave us a chance to go and score a touchdown like we did and get the lead. So I'm not going to go back and just think about what could have, what should have happened. That's what you guys do. I just know this. I know our guys fought their ass off to try to win this game. And I like everything that we did when it comes to decision making when it comes to this game.
Did you feel like Will was getting close? I know he had the running into the kicker earlier in the game. Did you see that coming? You know, the possibility?
Well, our special team coordinator, Banjo, does a good job of identifying guys that can go make a play for us. And it just so happened doing scout team, you know, Will wanted to rush the kick. And he was rushing from the edge. And me and Banjo looked at each other like, listen, we might give this guy a chance. And then we did. You know, we had some edge rushes and then the one critical one where he was able to leap and be able to make a play was one that Banjo did a really good job of calling at that time of need. And listen, playmakers make plays. And that's what this game is all about. I mean, there's a number of things that can go through a game. There's ebb and flows that goes through a game. But at the end of the day, your playmakers got to make plays. And that's what Will did.
Couple more. With the pass rush of the Jets today, one sack against the patchwork offensive line with walk out and go to key out and works out. Is that a little disappointing?
You know what? How many holding calls do they have?
7.
I'm not disappointed at that. So when you look at the totality of what happened, I thought those guys did a really good job. The thing that we do have to do a better job of, we had them in our grasp a couple of times, and we just got to finish those plays. So I know for a fact that we can make all these deals of, you know, what could have happened. But the thing is, they forced 7 holding calls, and we had a guy in our hands, and that's what I'm disappointed in. We had him, and we didn't finish the play.
Aaron, as a coach, how do you balance? I mean, you stressed the positives about how they didn't quit, you know, but at the other, you know, there's no moral victories, and you are 0-3 right now.
Yeah.
So how do you present that to the team in terms of a balance?
Well, you just said it. We're 0-3. We're 0-3. How many more games do we have left?
14.
That speaks for itself. We have a lot of games to go play, and you can build on this. You can build on this. The one thing I don't do, which I understand that New York media tries to do, is the negative parts of it, but I'm not going to be that way. I'm going to let you guys deal with that. You know, we're going to look at the things that we did well, and we're going to continue to push forward because we're going to improve, and we're going to make sure we get over that hump. I do know that.
Sauce Gardner, you didn't mention him among the injuries.
Well, he came back in. Yeah. Make sure you look at the game.
Moved the pocket. I was a little late on that throw. Hindsight, looking back at it, just get down. Anytime you move in the pocket on a route that's that deep down the field, it's probably best to get to the check down. And Dean made a great play, and obviously turnovers hurt you in this league. But we were able to bounce back from it, and I'll learn from it, and we'll be better from it moving forward.
What was your reaction? What were your thoughts?
To be honest, I was talking to myself, just repeating the things that AG has said at halftime, which is about belief and confidence. And God works in mysterious ways, and I think that was just the right timing. I mean, he went and made a great play right when we needed him to. And I heard Coach Ian earlier say that when your playmakers need to make plays, that's when we expect them to step up and do so. And Will is one of our playmakers, and he did a great job of doing that.
The Al-Lazard play, did you know he got in the end zone?
Yeah, I thought it was a catch in real time, to be honest. I didn't see, I thought 27 reach in, but I never thought that it was a bobble until I seen it on the Jumbotron. But even looking at that play, I still thought he secured it. You could see when 27 punched, he still had it in his hands as he was going to the ground. And as long as the ball doesn't move, I think they made the right call on that. But want to give Allen his credit. He done a great job of adjusting in that play. It wasn't a look that we had practiced, and he done a good job of breaking off once he seen me step up in the pocket and giving me a throw for us to finish that 4th down with a touchdown.
Tyrod, you've been through so many different situations in the NFL. I'm sure you've been similar to this. You just heard Coach talking about there's a lot to build off of this. How do you balance that as you're building but you're not winning right now? How do you balance this?
It's tough. It's frustrating. Obviously, as players, you put on your cleats and your helmet, shoulder pads, you strap up day in and day out to put in the work to go out there and win, and you want to see those rewards. By no means are moral victories things that we accept in our locker room, but this is a young team, and we're changing in a good way. And I think that although that was a loss today, that was a lot for us to learn as a team as we continue to keep shifting. where this Jets team is going. 0-3 doesn't sit well, but there's a lot of good that we've done up until this point, and we just got to continue to keep chipping away, believing in our DNA and showing up each and every week and putting our best product out. And things will take care of itself. It's still early in the season. I'm proud of the guys in the locker room, the way they stick together. No one has wavered in confidence in one another. No one has wavered in the belief in one another. It's going to change. I know we have the right guys in the locker room to do so.
How are you feeling? You took some really tough hits today. How are you feeling?
Feel good. It's part of the game. Felt good to get it.